Well, this is going to be fun. Yeah. Soon we're off to a Pride event. It'll be great. The channel's first field trip. And we get to have some fun and talk about stuff and meet people, and wouldn't that be fun? Humbug, I tell you. Struggle for rights, that's ended. You know, you got all that stuff now. You can have your little weddings, have your little flags everywhere, but really, you just want more special privileges, don't you? No. We want an equal society. Don't want some groups getting special privileges, don't we? This whole pride thing. I can understand it at one point, but humbug. Headspace! What are you doing here? Oh, I mean, technically this is my room, so I kind of should be asking that question of you as you just popped in from another timeline, but, you know, since you were saying all that stuff about pride, and I might as well talk a bit about some of the things going on in a way. And let me explain, you know. So, for example, so let's say some of these pride badges I've got, and I'll show some more in a minute, but I'll start with these. So I'm a demi-romantic and a demisexual, which means that I need an emotional bond to have formed before doing stuff like dating, and in the demi-romantic case, and for demisexuals, stuff like to want to have sex with someone, need that emotional bond to have formed. And I see it is so. The little things can make them cheat. Yes. Perhaps you just have a somewhat low libido, or you haven't met the right person yet, or some kind of moral compunctions. Yes, it's not real sexualities. Yes. You know, there's more of Catholic than of queer about you. More of Catholic than of queer. Wonder how Dickens would feel about his line being written like that. Oh well. Well, at least it shows my GCSE was worth it. Well, probably best go show you something. Alright, well, let me just explain. So you see, I'm a demisexual and Catholic. So I can explain how it's perfectly Catholic, how you can be both, and the important difference that perhaps is being missed. So let's take, for a lot of Catholics, you know, might go like this. They'll see someone that, you know, gets them in the mood, and want to get close, and perhaps from there build the emotional bond that, you know, in theory, wait till you're married, all that stuff, but the drive is still there. For a demisexual, however, need to feel that sort of build up on that emotional bond and get that warmth and build sort of that friendship, and then you might suddenly think, yeah, I am kind of really turned on by this individual. Get the point? It's more like, in a way, it's more like which bit comes first. Hello. And I just gonna help out here, Red Space, because it's me, Spirit of Pride Month. I mean, I know that you might be wondering, you know, is there a like past, present, yet to come version? But, well, a lot of the same issues are kind of ongoing, so we kind of had to merge all the departments together. So now I can explain important things like how people are still struggling for their rights. There's things like conversion therapy that's still legal in many places, including here. Although, and while they are working to get rid of it, the problems of adequate protection for trans people is still an issue. I mean, what you guys don't seem to be getting is, I'm not homophobic. Seriously. I'm not homophobic at all. Nothing against them. Homosexual people and stuff like that. Nothing against them whatsoever. You know. And, it's just all this stuff about wanting rights when, you know, we have the Equality Act. Surely, you know, they've already got that. Surely. I mean, come on. Sure, there's homophobia in other countries, but in the Western world, or, you know, Europe, North America, the Pacific market, you know, the places where you can get, where once a year, you can put rainbows on your merch and get it to sell better. Yeah, surely there's no homophobia there. There's nothing homophobic. Yeah, I'm not homophobic. Well, in that case, I'm sure you won't mind this. Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, you know, banning that film or requesting that that scene be cut, that is a bit out of order. But, you know, kids shouldn't have to be exposed to that. You know, they just don't understand. They're too young to have ideas like that foisted upon them. It's nothing homophobic to say that we don't want sexual media. Media for children. So, you know, once they're 16, they can watch something like that. And that's fine. There's nothing homophobic about that. I might believe you if you have a similar attitude to this. Oh, come on. What do you got to make romance all dirty for? You know, that's just two people in love. Love, what do you got to make it so bad for? Nothing wrong with a harmless bit of romance. And man and woman falling in love. What's so unsuitable about that? And of course, I was reminded of this while watching The Tabernacle. Funnily enough, this film's a U. Release was a U on release in the United Kingdom, i.e. suitable for all. And, well, it's got this in it. Yeah. I mean, let's face it. From where their heads were, that's not really kissing. Or at least not on the lips. Well, not his lips. And, yeah, that's in a kid's movie. Kind of gives a whole new meaning to of Road to El Dorado. Okay, we all know about that clip from Road to El Dorado. Yeah. Come on. I mean, you know, kids won't get what's going on between them two. Yeah, they won't get it. What's the, you know, it's just a harmless bit of innuendo. No problem really. They're not gonna understand what's going on till they're older, and it's fine. Yeah. Okay. So the kiss in Lightyear was too much for kids to handle, but apparently Hercules is fine. And so's that bit in Road to El Dorado. Yeah, bit that surprised me was not that they've upped the film to a PG now, but it's actually just stuff like mild bad language threat and all that. Yeah, you can look at the BBFC film notes for it, but well, are you seriously telling me that there's something wrong with two women sharing a kiss that's not wrong with a man and a woman sharing a kiss, or a man and a woman sharing something far more intimate, let's just say, than a kiss by all looks of it? And you're telling me you're not homophobic? Could you give an explanation, please? It's just like, it's what we're all used to, you know? You know, girl meets boy and boy meets girl, they get together and, you know, they go on dates, he buys her nice stuff, he gets a nice respectable career, a house in the suburbs, well, you know, the kind of proper place where you can build a family there. Because, you know, it's all, well, you know, and, yeah, it's what we're used to, and it's the whole world, it's like all kind of, all different. I mean, how are we supposed to, like, understand it? You know, they're nice little, there used to be nice little boxes, you know, what was it now? Yeah, girl meets boy and boy meets girl. He'd buy her nice things, she'd marry him and produce children and, you know, clean and cook and stuff like that. It's all what we were used to. I mean, he'd have to put in work as well. He'd run a nice 9-to-5 job and, you know, get decent prospects. Dad wouldn't let him marry him if he weren't a decent chap, as in he could provide for her, keep her in the manner to which she's accustomed. You know, nice material living, you know, buying lots of nice things. That's what makes the world go round. It's nothing, it's just these days it's all like, you know, girl meets girl, boy meets boy, boy was born girl but is now boy, girl was boy is now, girl was born boy but is now girl, and then there's like stuff in between, there's stuff that's, you know, that doesn't fit either of those, and there's people for whom they don't really have a gender at all, I mean, and I don't know where it all comes from, and I don't know, how do I categorise and put people into boxes and you know, create a nice orderly environment, you know, because it really makes, because hey, this a nice little heterosexual, what we'll call it now, you know, the thing where the heterosexual, oh yeah, that's what we'll call it, that's what they call it, I think, heteronormativity, you know, that sort of fancy idea for the way things are, fancy word for the way things are, are and have always been, it works nicely and well because it encourages men to make lots of money so that they can buy their ladies nice things and can buy her things and spend lots of nice money on her so that she's the prettiest little thing in the world and everyone's competing against everyone else. It works, it creates a nice structure that creates money and helps our nice little capitalist system to operate. You see? And, well, that's good. It's how we preserve freedom, by making sure people stay within nice, strictly defined categories and, that's how we stay a free society and such. You're not entirely right, and you're not entirely wrong. Thing is, you are right about such a thing called heteronormativity. That is a big part of the problem. That's kind of your mistake. Thinking that this is somehow right. There's nothing wrong with being heterosexual. You can be as heterosexual or straight as you please, as makes you happy. In fact, Pride isn't even about making people do stuff. It's about stopping people. It's about removing. It's about stopping people from stopping people, or if you prefer, enabling people to be who they are. After all, you might be thinking, where have all these queer folks come from? Simple. The closet. Not too long ago it wasn't so safe to come out. Now it is. Safe for her, at least. And, letting people be themselves is probably a great way of freeing them. And, yeah, there is a bit of a way to go. But we can do it. Lots of ways to help out. I've left a link to Stonewall in the description and the donation page. And as you might have seen earlier in the show, my Powered by Rainbows t-shirt. You can get nice ones off their website, left that in the description as well. And hey, it's not just about spending money. You may not have so much disposable income, but the first step is in the mind. Sort of accepting people without judgment or prejudice. Thinking, you know what? It's okay. Two people loving each other. A loving relationship's a loving relationship. It doesn't matter if, as long as they're all consenting adults, then that's up to them. Not passing judgment on people. Be a nice start. Start supporting people and helping people. And in a way, it actually helps the straight people too. I mean, obviously, Pride's not about straight people, in that sense. But, wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where your gender doesn't define who you are? Or who you're attracted to doesn't define who you are? Where a man is not expected to be the breadwinner, the woman's not expected to be always looking beautiful, and I mean, if she wants to be beautiful, that's fine, but, why should she have to be in order to get the same respect as a man? Why should she feel Why should she be looked down on if she doesn't wear makeup? That should be something she does for her. Can be a bit of a double, can be a bit of a sort of styler and Charybdis, I think would be the expression, because for so many women, like, don't wear makeup, you're seen as not making an effort. Do wear makeup, you're seen as trying to grab attention. Even when you're just like in a workplace environment or anything like that. And perhaps that would be a better world if we didn't have that. And in a way it is all one. In a lot of ways it all comes together. You're not being shoved into one path. That's all fine, but there are plenty of ways you can help make this world better. And, I'd just like to thank you for watching. And whether you're gay, straight, bi, pan, poly, omni, male, female, non-binary, man, woman, agender, wherever you fall on the gender or sexuality spectrum, it was lovely having you here.